quite some time since I've ran, and so trying to get myself back together as far as health-wise. Start running again. So I have a trail next to my house that's been there this entire time that I've lived here. I used to have a road bike as well that I used to ride all the time, and I sold it. I regret it, and I need to get myself back together, back in shape. No particular reason, just being a little healthier and just feeling better. I've gained 20-25 pounds in the last year or so, and not in the healthiest way at all. Like, it's not muscle buildup or anything. It's just overall fat gain, and just trying to get somewhat balanced and everything. So you guys can join me for my first run in a long time, maybe like 4 or 5 months, but at the same time also the beginning of something different in my life. So let's go. That was my run for today. On the video of my Apple Watch, I was having a hard time pressing the pause button, so it shows 12 minutes and something. I actually finished at 11 minutes 46 seconds, 1 mile, and the last 0.1 of the mile I walked it because my shins were fried. I don't feel too terrible. My biggest thing was not stopping, even though I stopped for that 0.1 of a mile, 0.10, whatever. The last 10th of the mile, I walked it out, but as long as I didn't stop in between to do like half a mile, stop, do another half a mile, I wanted to do as much as continuously as I could, and I think that's just progress. So if I can get it under 10 minutes in the near future with just 1 mile continuous at a little bit of a faster pace, because I think my pace was 11:36, so maybe bump it up to 13, 14 and bring it under 10 minutes would be sufficient enough for me to get my 1 mile, and then we'll start working on a mile and a half and go from there. But one thing at a time. I'm not going to kill myself trying to meet unrealistic goals. Let's go have breakfast. Slow morning today, guys. I also decided to make the video, so I just filmed. Some lightweight work right there, dude. Sure, I can do that. So today we're going to IKEA and we're going to visit Macho. So me and Selena have been, in a way, kind of getting ready for the future, trying our best to just be proactive, right? So she's in the process of getting back into school. I'm not getting younger, so yes, we want to be married soon before we move in together, because that's the right thing to do. But we're getting ready for that, right? I've been saving money and getting my life back together. And so little by little, we've been actually buying things for our future apartment. The other day, she went to the thrift store and found some really nice glassware and some tin mugs. And I'm actually on my way to IKEA to pick up some more highless tables, because we want to do a 3-table setup. And I'll show you guys here on the screen as our entertainment set, or it may be just as a accent in our living room. So we're just trying to avoid having any extra more expenses like once the time comes to move out, move in together and get married and all that. So we're trying to take care of the little things now, just because certain things are, it's what we want, it's what we like, and if we just buy little by little now versus just doing one giant spending like spree, it'll save us money, or just we'll have to spend less money down the road. So, you know, we're getting things as we see them, nothing crazy. We have a bunch of things on Facebook Marketplace that we're actually trying to grab, mainly furniture. I think the only thing that we'll definitely buy brand new, unused, would be like a couch and like silverware. Other than that, we're open to whatever we find at thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace, if people gift us anything. It's a very exciting moment for me. Again, nothing set in stone. I haven't even proposed. I need to propose. So that'll be happening sometime in the future. Not giving any hints out there, by the way. And so, you know, that'd be first, and that's something that's in the top of my head because I want to plan it right. I want to make it special. I want it to be what she wants, and we're just being proactive towards our future. We're being proactive towards what we want, the life we want to build together, the life that, you know, a life that honors God and love, and, you know, overall keeps God in first place. And so, just trying to be as prepared as we can. I didn't bring a bag with me or like a tote bag or anything. I found this for $3, so this is gonna be my outfit bag for today. Okay, and this tote bag's got a little IKEA thing. It kind of matches my shirt. Guess what? Shopping bag and outfit bag. Let's go. So I'm only here for one thing. I'm only here to buy the Hilus, 2 of them. Side tables. They're not side tables. They're technically made for outdoor planting or whatever, or to put plants outside like a patio or pool area like that. I'm actually using it for interior decor, as you guys saw. So, but I'm also keeping my eyes open in case I find something that I really like. I also just remembered that I don't have a desk right now at home, and I need a desk. So I'm going to look at what I can find. Definitely less than $100 because I just want something temporary until I actually end up buying or upgrading from what I used to have. And I won't do that until I'm in a new place. So I'm just gonna buy something that'll do for now. And yeah, let's look around real quick actually. The one that I had my eyes on had this grid on it, but I don't like that it has this compartment. Even though I could use it, I'd like to see what it feels like putting it on it. I actually have this one saved on my list. And I don't mind it. It's kind of short. I'm not sure thought. It's only $50. I think this will actually fit really well in my room. It's only, it's what, 39? Yeah, 39 it's long. It'll fit my monitor and my keyboard right now, so I'll probably put my speaker on speaker stands. But it sits kind of low, but I think I can do it. $50. Let me pick it up. I also need a desk chair because mine's just falling apart on me. This thing's only $10. Let's see if I can fit in it. That'd be a big factor. Oh yeah, it's got back support. I think it'll do. $10, that's not bad. I'm picking this up for real. I just played myself. It was $10 for the cushion that fell out. The chair is $70, which isn't bad. But I don't want to spend that much, so we'll see. This is what the chair looks like. So with the cushion, it puts it at $80 total. I do like it. That's a black one. The one at the bottom is like an indigo color. I have a white with a black frame. Yeah, some of these chairs at IKEA, for what they are crazy expensive. These are kid-sized ones. All right, I'm gonna keep that one in mind because I do need a chair. Lately, I've been obsessed with these chairs. Selena actually doesn't like them, and I find them on Amazon all the time for really cheap prices. Brand new, they're not bad though, 85 a piece. They're actually super comfortable. I hope I can convince her of this style because I really like it. They have a nice little rock to them. They flex, they fit my big butt on it. Dang, I actually really like these. I hope I can convince her. Because I love the look. I love the polished chrome. You know, obviously mid-century look to it, but the clear plastic chair with the chrome frame is fire. I could use this as a desk chair. It's only 15 bucks. Let's try it out. What is this? 15 bucks? I might have to. These are even nicer. Only 50 bucks. I'm coming back for you, man. Then go with D. Huge win at IKEA. Obviously, as you guys saw, kind of what I picked out. I did get the red chair. I like the black one, but I've been wanting some color in my room. My floors are a walnut / espresso stained color. The laminate floor is. My dresser's a weird grayish natural wood color, which I want to get either painted or get rid of it because I just want my space to feel a little more open, which is why I got rid of my sit-stand desk in the first place. So I got a lot smaller of a desk. My old one was 60 inches wide by 33 or 35. It was almost 3 feet of length, so from like me to where I sit to the other end, and it was 60, so it was 5 feet wide. It took a lot of space in my room, and as much as I needed the desk real estate to just do my work, I just wanted something smaller, something lighter for the meantime until it'll be a temporary thing until I, move on to a different space or whatever the case may be. And so I got the orange chair. I was gonna get it in black, but again, I wanted color, and it was only 15 bucks. So I opted for that, and I got the black legs. I was gonna do white to make the whole desk kind of stand out, but I have an idea of putting a carpet or an area rug under my desk, and then having a smaller area rug in the rest of the room. There's never enough coffee. So, actually about this, Dutch Bros. It's new to the Tampa area. I had it one time in Tennessee, and I also had it in Texas. When I had it in Tennessee, I got like an iced, and it was like a super sweet concoction of stuff that I probably shouldn't have tried. This is the first time me actually trying their hot lattes. I have had their just plain cold brew when I was in Texas, and it was good. So, hot latte, nothing special, no sugar, no sweeteners, no nothing. I expected. It's good. It's good for the average person who isn't like a coffee shop fiend or anybody who is knowledge. Like for the average person that just drinks coffee because they like the caffeine or they just need a coffee to get going, it's great. I won't knock them because I've only tried a handful of drinks. I'd definitely give it another try, especially on the cold side. People seem to really like it. I'm just trying to watch my sugar intake, so I just been opting for just hot lattes, no flavors. Their espresso, it could use a little more of a punch. It's a little milkier, but it's good. It's not bad. It doesn't taste like some of the coffee shops. Like we won't say Mountaineer in Brooksville, that their coffee just sucks. This is, it's pretty good. Again, for the average person, I'd say it's a little bit better than Starbucks as far as coffee flavor, because sometimes you ask for a hot latte at Starbucks, and I've done it where I just ask for nothing but a plain latte, and it's just like hot milk with a little bit of coffee. I would say this is, I like my lattes 50-50. So if I do a 2-ounce espresso, I like for the milk to give it a 50-50 balance. This is like a 60-40 where I taste more milk than coffee, but the coffee is there on the back end, if that makes sense. For all my coffee drinkers, all my coffee shop lovers, you know what I'm talking about. Again, I give this 7 out of 10 for a hot latte. Everything else I would have to try. I'm not a super sweet coffee drinker, so when I drink like a iced latte with flavor, whether my favorite is like vanilla or lavender, and if I do vanilla, I have to do cinnamon like powder in it. That's kind of like my go-to when it comes to the cold coffees. But I always, if I drink an iced latte with flavor, I like it. I usually drink it, or I'll eat something salty like a bagel with cheese or a sandwich, breakfast sandwich. That way it kind of balances out the sugar and saltiness combination. I give it a 7 out of 10 though. 7 out of 10. I really do like their cups though. I think it's super dope. It looks very throwback, kind of 70s vintage. I kind of wish it was just the little windmill on a barn instead of all the branding, but not bad. 7 out of 10. So for those who love it and think it's a 10 out of 10, you can think that. It's okay. I'm not. Again, I think coffee is definitely case by case, person by person. As far as preferences and flavors, but I don't think it's rating something 7 out of 10 for it being my 3rd or 4th time having it. I don't think it's something that it'll be detrimental if I don't give it an 8 or a 9. I think 7. I could really give it a 6.5 out of 10, but I'm just being lenient with, you know, new staff, new company, or new spot in a new place. So, you know, it also can do a lot with who's operating the machine, who's making the lattes. There's definitely no latte art, which a coffee shop that gives me a hot latte with no latte art kind of like just throws me off. But again, that's a preference and a necessity. So I spent the afternoon at my cousin's house, Macho, giving him a visit. It's been a little while since we've seen each other. He's one of our closest ones, our family members. He's kind of like a big brother to us, even though we're cousins, but I've been trying to be intentional about seeing people the most close to me this year, and it's been a little hard scheduling things, but I still gotta make the effort. I still gotta show my part of, you know, the relationship with friends, family, whoever. So we just hung out for a little bit. I have a meeting at church tonight with the leadership to schedule the rest of this year's calendar, and I'm stopping for dinner, so I decided to get Chick-fil-A. And I was just telling Macho about, you know, we're talking about eating better and trying to lose some weight and whatnot. And I told him, yeah, you know, I usually, if it's fast food, I'll try to do Chipotle or Chick-fil-A, but when I do Chick-fil-A, I'll just do grilled nuggets with mac and cheese instead of fries, just because it cuts the calories by a lot, even though it's still carbs from the mac and cheese, but it's not as much as eating a sandwich and breaded nuggets and the fries. So it's my attempt at a healthy dinner. But maybe later tonight, if not tomorrow, because I don't know how long the meeting's going to be, I can do a haul.
For Kevin?
Yes.
Alright, here you go.
Thank you.
Ready, here you go.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure of your day.
You too. So yeah, if I have time tonight after the meeting, depending how long it takes, usually it's not too long because we're just picking dates, nothing extraneous about, you know, making our schedule for the rest of the year. But if not tonight, then for sure tomorrow we can do an IKEA haul, and I can tell you a cool story about the cups that I bought, or mugs, however you want to put them. They're, you know, latte cups, latte mugs, but they don't have handles. And so we'll talk about it later. I'm gonna eat my food now because I have an hour drive back to church. So today we're on a huge mission. I'm kind of having a slow day today, but I've just been chilling. I work tomorrow, so I kind of try to rest. I was gonna work out, but I worked out yesterday, the day before, and I had kind of a long day. Or I went to bed late last night, so it's been a slow morning. Alright, cool. So today we're having a eventful afternoon. I have to show you guys what I got from IKEA because I didn't have time to do it yesterday. I got 6-7 items, more or less. And I want to build my desk and chair today so I can rearrange my room, but I don't know if I have time today, only because I've been really wanting to get rid of some things, and I just remembered that there's a vintage shop that opened here in town. They used to be a couple towns over in Hudson, and they closed down due to their location. So they opened up in Brooksville, and I have a lot of things. I need space. I need to start decluttering and start getting rid of things. I still need to paint this wall and do my Porsche wall. But let's get into the IKEA finds first. First things first, the desk, right? I've been talking about getting a new desk just because I sold my sit-stand desk. I need a space to work in, right? So I went with this, 50 bucks with the legs. So it's very cheap. It's very small compared. My first desk was 60 inches long, so it's 5 feet. This is only 39 and change. So it'll be enough to put my monitor, keyboard, and mouse. This is kind of all I want. I got the black legs, but I have this idea for maybe a next video or a reel of spray painting the legs chrome. So give it like a polished look, kind of like my lamp here. That color. I think it'll look super dope because it'll make it look a little more vintage, more mid-century. And I kind of want to hold off building it so I can paint it first. So now that I think about that, I might not build my desk and chair, which chair I bought yesterday too. I might not do the desk and chair because it's 10 times easier for me to spray paint those before I build them. And I need to go to the store and then go to the vintage shop. And I would love to and I want to go find bed sheets. I have a twin bed and I have a twin XL fitted on it, and it comes off, it slides off, and it's super uncomfortable, and it just looks messy. And it's a lighter color. I think I want to go with a darker color, so I am going to go either Marshalls or Ross or Target or all. Try to find some sheets because I also have a haircut appointment in Tampa later, so we need to get this ball rolling. So IKEA finds, right? So we got the desk. These are the legs. They're just black. Comes with the little feet on there. Comes with the bracket and the hardware. The board also is already pre-drilled because this is a set. You just have to go to 2 different bins to collect your pieces. But I don't know. It'll be very easy, very not so time consuming. The only thing that I noticed here, this does have a threaded stud and there's no hole for it in the board, so I'd have to figure out that part in the directions or in the instructions. So alright, item number 2, or technically it's still item number 1 because it's the whole desk, but it comes in pieces, right? So we're gonna spray paint these chrome, and I'll hold off on this maybe Tuesday. I'm off, or Sunday night. Get a little rowdy after work. Second thing I bought 2 of them. Why? Because me and Celine, like I said earlier in the video, me and Celine are starting to get things for our future place. Whenever that time will come, you know, we get married, have a place together, she'll start school, whatever, you know. So far that's our in our head space, because you know she does have to get accepted to school, so please help me pray for that. I'm praying that God's will is fulfilled in her life over all things, no matter what. If school's for her, I believe God will put things in his place. She'll get accepted to the school she wants, and we won't have to do so many drastic moves just because half of the schools are local. The other 3 would require a relocation. So that's something that we have to consider, something that we're praying about. So please help us if you run into this video. I believe God has a plan and purpose over our lives and over our relationship, and we want to follow that. We don't want to force things to happen outside of God's will, because things just won't work out outside of his will. So help me pray. Right, we want an apartment for our first place. Buying in Florida right now is horrendously expensive, especially if she goes to school. I don't want the burden. I can afford rent because mostly everything comes included, like utilities and all that, even insurance. And so it's a whole thing. We'll talk about it when we get there, right? So I bought 2 more of the Hylises that I already have one. It's kind of like my staple piece in my room right now. We bought 2 more because we want to add do a 3 set, and like I said, like you guys saw earlier, that's the idea we want to do. Make it a side piece or entertainment section, or even just a record playing section. However, it's going to be like a piece in our place, right? So we bought 2 to make 3. Third item we got at IKEA, or I got, because this is for me, is this Ostano. I don't know, these Swedish names, I can't pronounce them, but it's a brick color, like a terracotta orange. Looks kind of red on camera, but this is the way it'll sit. You guys saw it earlier. I bought it, 15 bucks. Hylises are only 20 bucks a piece. That's the original price. The whole desk was 50 bucks, so that's 90 bucks on that. This was 15 bucks. It was on sale, $10 off. Why not? I need a chair, and I didn't want something too intrusive. I'm trying to make my room feel bigger, so I wanted to get a nice ergonomic chair. I'm gonna hold off on that until I find something that I really, really want, and they're very expensive, so I'm just gonna hold off. The next items, you guys saw me kind of eyeballing these earlier. I bought 2 of these. They're latte cups, mugs. I think IKEA labeled them as tumblers for whatever reason. Ceramic, gloss, matching. I got 2 because I feel like, I don't know, buying odd number of things is just weird, even though the other day Selena bought 3 aluminum mugs only because there was only 3 of them at the thrift store. But it's a very like Magnolia, if you know who Magnolia is, Target brand. So I was looking around, they had these brown espresso cups. They had full-size lattes, full-size latte mugs, and they had espresso ones that were this like chocolate brown, and it came with the little plate, and the big mugs came with the bigger plate, so you can either put the mug on top or use it for like a pastry or whatever. I'm looking for them. I find I find one of the clerks, and I'm like, hey, I can't find these, because I took a picture of it. He was like, oh, those are discontinued, we don't have those anymore. And I'm like, well, dang, that sucks. So I went back to the mug section, started looking, and I found one that I really, really liked, and I couldn't find it. So I go to the guy again. I'm like, hey, I got one more question. I don't see any of these, but you guys have the display. Can I take the display? He was like, well, let me check. He goes back to the mug section, scans the barcode. He's like, oh yeah, they had a shipping issue with it, so it looks like we're not getting any. So I don't know if it's discontinued or if they're just not getting any for the meantime, but they didn't have any. I didn't know it was a 2-pack, so the guy scanned, he's like, oh, this is actually a 2-pack. And he said you can have them as long as you fill out this paper saying you're okay taking them as is. But I had to go to the as is section for them to price it. So he gave me both of them, put the little paper inside. This is the first one. I like it, I really do. It's a satin finish, it's like a tobacco color, has the lighter lip. Same style as the other ones that I showed you. I like the satin feel to it better than the glossy, but for aesthetics, I think it makes sense that this one is a satin color or satin finish and this is a glossy finish. So I'm like, dope, this is fire. I take it to the, so again, so this is the one I really didn't care for, it was there, but it was part of the 2-pack. The one that I did want, and the cool part about it is once I took it to the as is section, he scanned it for me because it didn't have a box, because it was a display, so it's been touched and whatever, and it's not in perfect brand new condition. He gave me half off, or $3 off. So instead of the 2-pack being $7.50, it was both of them for $3.99, and I think this thing is absolutely fire. It's a gloss finish to it. I don't know what design that would be, but I just love the texture that it gives a little spots, and it has a little darker lip rim to it. The inside is like that as well. These are called the Glade Lig. So it's a 2-pack. See, it says $7.49 there, but he gave it to me for $3.99. And super dope is I got to say that I got the display from the Tampa IKEA. Now, if these are discontinued, I feel even better about them because I took the last ones in Tampa. So just FYI, if you see something on display and they don't have any more items for it, there's a chance that they might give it to you. I can't guarantee it because the guy he was pretty cool about it. But more than likely, especially if they're not getting them back, there's a chance you could get it off display and maybe they'll give you a discount on it. Chances are they will, but it was my first time trying successfully. I also picked up a tote bag that you guys saw, the canvas one, and then I got the regular blue one because I've been wanting one for a while, which I'm actually using that to take this up to the thrift store. So this is my IKEA pickups. So I'm just gonna put some black shorts with my play Converse and my Harley Davidson button up. You always gotta smell good. So I went to the vintage shop. It's called Sea Monkey here in Brooksville. I just traded for a couple things. I found some jorts so I can finally have some jeans short to wear in the summer. And I found a 993 convertible model toy. It's like a 1/18 scale, so it's a win-win. I think that's the only two things I took. So I gave him a bunch of things that I had. I had some, sweaters, jackets sitting around. That were definitely more in the vintage realm of things. Some hats too that I like them, but I didn't care to hold on to them. I like to rotate through my stuff and kind of keep it fresh. So I'm like, listen, you guys got some dope product, you guys some cool people. So I gave them all my stuff and I just traded for some jorts, some Levi jorts and the car. But they weren't really buying, dude, because they just opened up, so they're kind of with paying for things in the place. Like, completely understand, right? But you can check them out on Depop. You can check them out on IG. I believe they do ship. It's Sea Monkey. I will tag them here so you guys can actually type it in, look it up on your phones or whatever. Really dope people. It's a father and daughter business, and they got it going for themselves. They got good ideas. Really, really cool people. Outside of that, epic fail on finding sheet set. I went to Target. They had one that I did like. It was $30. It was like a very soft cotton material, very stretchy. I can tell it'd be a very fitted look for my bed, but I think I might just buy a whole set with comforters. Maybe online on Amazon. I have to look around. I didn't get a chance to look at Ross or Marshalls because oftentimes they have really cool stuff for cheap, or at least cheaper than going to a retail store. I went into Kohl's. They had some sales, but the only stuff they had that I did like were the pillowcases, and I kind of don't want to mix match bed set. They had some Sonomo quilt, like a quilt material pillow cases, but I don't know. I was looking around and I didn't see anything that drew my attention, so I might just find something online, or again, I still haven't need to check Ross and Marshalls because why not? So we are gonna go get a haircut and get some coffee because it's that time of the day where I need coffee. that is it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you stayed the whole time, I appreciate you. I'm just putting little pieces of my life together and just trying to figure out this whole YouTube thing without getting discouraged, without losing motivation, and without, fully diving in when I'm really not getting any results as far as subscribers, views, money from any of this. I enjoy it. It's something I want to do long term. So I'm going to just brick by brick, right? So thank you guys for watching. I love you all. God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Bye.